This is Tales of Swordfall.
Episode 19, Aftermath and Departure. Rand's standing there with the Elder Focus. It is dropping little tiny drops of blood. Zulir is laying on the ground, curled up and dead. Austir's looking at the situation, trying to gather as much information that he can see in front of you, and Tyrker, you're there. What's your reaction to this?
I barely held back a wicked laughter, and I have a wicked grin instead. And I take a second to just kind of let the scene soak in, of course, like I'm sure all of us are.
Yep.
That didn't seem like the most effective way to kill him, but thank you.
I'm rather surprised. How did you get here? I thought you were with Aaliyah.
I was. But yes, it's kind of a convoluted situation.
It seems like Aaliyah's even less reliable than you thought, don't you think, Austir?
Well, we'll have to have a talk with her. It's not every day somebody slips away from her.
Two people.
In all fairness, I didn't just walk away just like normal.
Can you teleport?
I didn't necessarily teleport. Trying to picture this. How do I say this? Everything went dark, and it was me and him, more or less. So I just walked over to him, tapped him, one responding. So I went and stabbed him.
With that rock?
Yes.
It's a knife.
It's an arcane focus. It's not a rock.
Still, it doesn't seem like the kind of thing you stab someone with. Or
it does the job.
I suppose. Like, is he looking at dagger, looking at focus, like,
No, I've got like a bunch of daggers. Like an absurd amount.
Astur's like computing this. You can tell he's deep in thought. And he says, everything was black and white and still?
Still, yes.
And how did that happen? You can tell he's reading like your expressions and everything.
Everything just suddenly stopped. Things went black and white. And then it was just me and him.
Did you touch something in here?
I touched nothing, I swear.
Well,
you're getting that look from me like,
Yeah, give a deception check, because like we know as the audience and as the players you are omitting information. So let's see how well you are hiding the truth.
She's being very careful, but yeah.
She is very, very careful. But you know, the
How's
whole
your poker face? How's that poker face? It's not bad.
Doing pretty good.
It's actually not bad.
Nah,
it's not bad at all.
That is not bad. A 14 is above.
That'll get you third place in a tournament.
Yeah. Austir shakes his head. It looks like you may have convinced him, but he's kind of hard to read.
So, about that bounty. Austere, you called the guards for the bounty of this Zulia, right?
Well, yes, and it looks like you'll be collecting that bounty. Well, Rayanne will be collecting that bounty.
Ran, you instantly get like my head just snaps to you, like
And I've just got this big grin, like,
like
ooh.
I'm giving this look like, don't you fuck me. You know I caught this guy, and you let him get away. I'm not saying it, but it's on my face. Like, oh,
I'll give you a round or two at the pub.
Well, man,
A
looks like we.
generous one.
Well, man, it looks like we have a body to transport out.
and wait, guards, was the bounty higher if Zulia was alive?
All
Does
the
anybody
guards.
even address me?
All the guards are just staring at you blankly. You can't really tell what's going underneath the hood and mask that they're wearing.
What about you, the big one? You all rushed here quite quickly to get him.
Austere has told us all about the situation. And
Oh, really?
yes.
What did he tell you?
Well, Zulir is a man who is not to be trusted, and he's also very sly. He disguises himself as other people, and he is a troublemaker and a community destroyer. He's worth quite a amount dead.
That's good. Did Austere also tell you that he used us as bait, and then didn't follow up, and that we single-handedly subdued the subject? Austere let him get away, and then we subdued him again.
The large, warrior-looking man just rolls his
If-
eyes like this isn't new information, or that he's heard this before.
He's like, every time.
Yeah, he's like, every time, damn it.
I mean, this
Frickin'
man
wizards.
caused
What was that, Christy?
countless I was about to say, this man could have caused countless travesties.
Well, you have to deflated that situation, Ran, and you will be paid. That is if you get past the burning holes.
Pass.
What the hell are burning holes?
That elf man that was with us.
No, not them.
Oh, yes.
Hmm.
Ran, you
I'm
are
still
going to give
working.
that back, right?
Do I have a choice? Probably not.
You probably have no choice.
There's always a choice, but one of them might
How do
to
I get
death.
out of this without my head being hung?
Austere thinks. They could allow you to. Maybe not. And he's considering many options, and each one's like, perhaps not that one either.
You might want to
Playing the
start with
sympathy card.
maybe start with cleaning the blood off of their object.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't like that. Although I bet it's gotten more use from me than it ever has in a long time.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
This is a good time to slip the camera back to Nork and the other group of people.
Yeah.
So
humanoids.
Yeah, Nork, you were just told that, perhaps Gavin was just cursed. And yeah, you're going a little out there. Where is your mind wandering to?
Nork's mind is sort of flashing between all kinds of recent and only semi-recent events, He's just kind of seeing things in his what do you call it? His mind's eye. He's just thinking of Filmer disappearing, and then Rayanne's head, and then the bodies of Horatio and hold on, I have notes.
Lane.
Lane. Sorry, it's been a while.
No,
Bodies of Horatio and Lane in the cart, and it has this momentary flash of a halfling, just vaguely this halfling body laying on the floor, and he can't put a name to it or a face to it, but something he feels like just happened, and some explosion, and he's just totally shaken. His mind is gone. He is not in the moment right now.
aw, that's
Totally not in the
horrible.
moment.
So we kind of get this montage of Gavin picking Norik up, holding him just gently and carefully as you guys march back up to the stairs. And you're going through the halls, back down. And let's put everyone together and move them in on the map. Yay!
Well, we're all together again?
You're all together again. One big happy peoples.
Whee!
And you're met with basically a small battalion, and Tyrker and Khalees and Rayanne and the real austere, a very large, rough-looking warrior guy.
I do have to ask, did
Yep.
the guards at least grab Zulir's body?
Yeah, they're dragging it.
Okay, good. I was like,
Just left
they just
it
left
there.
him. Yep, left him in a Yamcha crater. Like, nah, it's probably fine.
He hasn't faked anything yet, like
Yeah,
being under a sleep spell or anything, you know.
yeah.
I've got one thing. Can I ask the guard captain this?
Sure.
Would you mind if I looted his body? If you wouldn't
Ah,
provide.
little
She did
less.
strike the final blow.
Well, it wouldn't be past me. You did do the final blow. You did do the business. It's all your.
While you're doing it, I'm gonna do like the over-the-shoulder, like peeking to see if there's anything neat while you're looting it.
Okay. Now I still have like the. Was it? Do I still have that one where I could see like all the magical effects and whatnot?
Yeah,
Detect magic on.
Yeah, detect magic. It only lasts for how long?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. It's probably been a little bit more than 10 minutes, but you do have that charge on the elder focus that lets you see a little bit more.
Okay.
Alright, yeah. So, how are you turning this on? I think we discussed this before, but I can't quite remember. Like, what are you doing to get this ability from it?
Probably just bring it out and just kind of. Trying to think. Bring it out, probably twirl it a little or something, or, kind of. I don't know. Do something with it.
Like, when you say twirl it, I start thinking of Sailor Moon with the little, like, wand. Just magical transformation.
The rod.
Not yet. You haven't achieved that level yet.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. But we all know Tyrker's going to be the magical girl. Anyways. God power activate.
Okay, so I'm guessing.
So yeah,
Click on detect magic again.
yep, that, and also all the information of the magical items that you see within your sight are coming to you, and also things are a little bit more brighter, and then you see a lot of things that you haven't seen before. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh crud. I keep forgetting this is the worst possible place to do this. Okay, 1 second. Constitution. Oh, good.
Oh, now you're getting used to this like almost blinding light around you, and
Mhm.
even though the information's just coming at you fast and quick,
I
you
got this.
yeah, you somehow are like filing it away. You look one direction, you're like, oh shit, there's a lot of destruction magic over there.
Oh, Rain is just like drooling and looking at everything like, huh.
Yeah, there are items in here that you have never heard of, never seen, and it's all just coming at you. And
Hmm.
you like look up, like you can basically see the outline of every object that's in here. If you look up, you notice how many like layers you're underneath. But Zulir, he's once again glowing, and he has that. Um, I think we called it cape,
Mm-hmm.
and you know it has the ability to act like many bags of holding.
Oh, I'm stealing that.
So let's call it kind of the coat of holding. So
Okay.
it fits underneath a cloak. It can button up, but the pockets are almost infinite.
Okay.
And you
How
you can,
much does it weigh?
um I haven't decided yet.
Hmm.
But you can tell that there are a lot of items within this one coat.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Like
I think I found my replacement arcane focus.
okay. Well, it's literally a coat that has very deep pockets. So
No, I was just meaning that probably an arcane focus. I'm sorry.
oh
I wasn't assuming.
oh yeah, he probably has an arcane focus on him if you want to just steal it. But there
Probably
might
should, considering.
just to warn you though, there might
Yeah.
be complications.
Oh, you know what? Let me look at everything. What's all in this? I'm not picking up another cursed item. I'm not gonna pick up a cursed item here.
um, so you start looking through the coat right there.
Mm-hmm.
You dip your hand in one of the pockets, and you
Mm-hmm.
can tell right off the bat you're gonna be spending a lot of time in here if you do that.
Got them deep pockets.
They
Oh.
got deep pockets, but you feel something like kind of triangular, but with a round edge, and it's metallic.
Hmm.
What are you finding in there, Rayan? You're digging around
Tons
in
of
that
stuff.
pocket for a long time.
It's deeper than you'd imagine.
Well, you as a wizard or something.
Yes, and I'm keeping this coat.
Just be careful. He was a crafty man, and he might have some objects that are not desirable.
You can have the
And
coat, but
that's why I'm keeping this on. Well,
let's
this up.
at least check to see if there's anything that the others might like inside the coat.
Perhaps there's something I could trade off so that way they don't get so mad at me for stealing the other.
So you feel another thing that just feels like a cloth bag full of something.
Okay, I reach in and get that and pull it out?
and you look in the bag and you see that he had a lot of forgetful beans. Enough to, like, basically feed you guys every single night if it had to come to that.
That scumbag.
What are those?
You know how Norik had lost his memory temporarily?
Yes.
I'd I'd bet good money it was due to these. He once tried to feed me one of those.
Hmm.
It'll make you forget.
Do you think there's some way to use those to reverse what they did to Norik?
Uh, do I
I'm
do
not
like
an alchemist or anything.
Give me
neither am I, but
give
let me see.
give me an arcana.
Arcana. Da, 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 da.
Hmm.
Oh,
You have
nope.
no clue.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
Uh,
not too well versed in this.
Austere looks at them. Well, you could always try to reverse engineer the magic. But that does take quite a bit of training, some years to figure out. We could see if somebody at the Magic University or Academy or whatever the GM calls it right now, uh, what they can do there, and it's the least we can do for putting you through all this trouble.
Let's see if Norik even cares about losing one day.
I have an idea, but they may sound a little far-fetched.
Is
Is there
it
any
is it something
way?
that I should just not listen to?
Uh, it's just an idea. Hear me out. Is there a way I could use these to make that one guy forget about me?
I think I'm not listening to this conversation right now. And he like walks about like 10 feet.
It was worth a shot. Hmm.
Yeah, he's gonna like do that whole I'm gonna ignore you but I'm still listening type thing
Yeah.
at the moment, just in case you're like saying some kind of plan that he's like, yeah, I'm gonna be totally devoid of responsibility for anything these guys do from this point.
I suppose it's fair enough. Uh,
Let's check back in with Nork for a moment. Yeah, you see your allies, all the rest of them, other than Gavin. Are you still with us in this time and place?
And Nork, let's see, last he was being carried by Gavin, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so he's still in Gavin's arms. He's just not struggling against Gavin at all. It, kind of starting to come to seeing everyone just there, alive.
And then you probably
He,
notice Zulir with a giant chest wound.
yeah, and yeah, everyone there alive except for Zulir, and he doesn't really care too much about Zulir. He just cares that he sees those who he would call closest to friends, um, all okay, and he kind of comes, starts coming to. Did did we do what happened? Did we? I guess Zulir's dead.
I stabbed him.
Ah, I'm
I
glad.
just nonchalantly say that.
And Nark, after seeing the scene of Rayanne's head being lopped off time and time again through his mind, and seeing her there alive, okay, and hearing her say, "I stabbed him," Nark just looks at her and says, just kind of goes, "Good for you." And kind of pats Gavin a little bit and just try and signal, let me down. You put me down.
Gavin actually non-verbally like nods and sets you down. Kind of like how Gavin sets everything down, just as
Thud.
gently as he can, but yeah, it's still a thud. Austere looks at you and he smiles. Now I see you're at least normal, hopefully.
And Norik's gonna look at Austere and think about what he said about Filmer, Skippy, whatever his name may actually be. He's gonna think about the head that lured him all the way down there and then abandoned him for who knows what purpose. And he's just gonna glance away from Austere a little bit, just a little off to the side, down a little bit, and say, yeah, I'm okay.
That's good. But if you do need any help, this place can be a little it can change you if you're not careful. And we are here for you at the Magic Academy if you do find any sort of possession mutation. And then he just kind of goes through like all these words, you know, transmutation or other plainly beings, etc., etc., etc.
And Nark's gonna try to brush it all off, be kind of scratch his head a little bit and look up towards Austere with a grin and say, I don't know, I might have seen a few ghosts, but I think I'm okay.
Yeah, if you stay within the torchlight, they leave you alone.
Stay tuned for the next part of this episode. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.